It all began in a distant alien colony. Their leader was furious as a genetically engineered creature named Stitch was brought out in a cage. Created through illegal experimentation, Stitch taunted the crowd, leading to the arrest of the scientist responsible. Despite several failed attempts to eliminate Stitch, the aliens decided to blast him one final time, but Stitch outsmarted them, causing an explosion and escaping in a spacecraft. He crash-landed on Earth. A scientist familiar with Earth's primates volunteered to retrieve him, and was sent with the arrested creator to recover Stitch without alerting humans. Meanwhile on Earth, a young orphan girl named Lilo was rushing to her dance recital. Bullied by other kids for not having friends, things got worse when her sister, Nanny, didn't arrive on time. During the performance, Lilo got pushed, fought back, and accidentally knocked a girl off stage, getting her kicked out. Nanny arrived too late and tried to comfort her, but Lilo locked her out just as a social worker showed up for a surprise visit. In a panic, Nanny sneaked the social worker in through the back. The house was a mess, and she served him a makeshift coffee from Capri's son. She gave her 3 goals to meet by Friday: clean the house, fix the shelves, and get health insurance, or Lilo would be put in foster care. After she left, Nanny playfully chased Lilo for her earlier mischief. That night, Stitch's damaged spacecraft entered Earth's atmosphere. Lilo saw it crash and, thinking it was a shooting star, made a wish for a real friend. Stitch survived the crash, but the aliens were tracking him through a device in his neck. He destroyed the tracker using a transformer and became undetectable. Hungry and lost, Stitch stumbled upon a wedding, created chaos trying to eat cake, then got hit by a bus and taken to an animal shelter. Meanwhile, the alien scientists shapeshifted into humans but struggled with their disguises. They found a hotel and, while watching the news, discovered Stitch had been captured. Lilo later convinced her nanny to let her visit the shelter. Armed with pepper spray, she headed off, unaware of the adventure waiting ahead. Outside the shelter, the alien scientists spotted Stitch and opened fire. He took cover in a truck and overheard them discussing the importance of not harming humans. Realizing he could use this to his advantage, Stitch returned to the shelter, where he watched Lilo petting the dogs. Disguising himself to look more like a dog, he approached her. Lilo screamed at first but quickly realized he was harmless and hugged him. The shelter caretaker tried to isolate Stitch due to his unknown species, but Lilo convinced her nanny to adopt him. They took him home, unaware that the aliens were watching. During a failed attempt to tranquilize Stitch, one of the aliens accidentally knocked out his partner and had to drag him along. Nanny was upset about adopting Stitch but had to rush off to work. Meanwhile, the CIA discovered evidence of extraterrestrial activity and began investigating, suspecting a connection to Stitch. Lilo and Stitch bonded, with Stitch joining her in a toy car to escape some bullies. They tried to leave the island but realized they were stuck. Still, Lilo was thrilled to have a friend. As Nanny drove them around, the aliens intercepted but allowed them to pass after Nanny apologized. Unbeknownst to them, the aliens placed a tracker on the car. At Nanny's workplace, Stitch's restlessness forced her to tie Lilo to a chair, though it didn't last. One of Nanny's co-workers, who liked her, spoke with Lilo about her sister's stress. Soon, Stitch wandered off again and caused chaos, playing with fire and accidentally setting the area ablaze. Nanny was fired, and they returned to the car, devastated. The aliens missed them at the scene and reported their failure to their leader. Back home, Nanny called animal control, desperate to get rid of Stitch after he destroyed the house. A CIA agent outside the house called the social worker. That night, Lilo calmed Stitch by reading him a story and teaching him to dance. The next morning, Lilo tried to show Nanny Stitch's new behavior, but Nanny was distracted by job hunting. Outside, they met the social worker and his supposed partner, who was actually a CIA agent. The agent collected a hair sample from Stitch, which made him hostile. The group headed out to job interviews, followed by the aliens. Despite Lilo's coaching, Stitch kept messing things up, and Nanny was rejected everywhere. Feeling guilty, Stitch gave Lilo a flyer, which turned out to be Nanny's dream job, surf instructing. Excited, Nanny rushed to the beach and got hired, teaching alongside her boyfriend. Stitch saw a dog surfing and joined in with Lilo. They were all having fun until the aliens attacked, causing everyone to fall into the water. Lilo sank, but Nanny saved her and called for an ambulance. At the hospital, doctors assured Nanny that Lilo would be fine, but without health insurance, the bills would be a burden. The social worker advised Nanny to do what's best for Lilo. Reluctantly, she agreed to let the state cover the costs, by giving up guardianship. Meanwhile, the aliens were panicking. They had accidentally hurt a human while trying to capture Stitch. Their leader called in, furious, and ordered the arrest of the scientist who created Stitch. But the scientist outsmarted them. He teleported his partner to safety and set out to find Stitch himself. That night, Lilo sat with her sister, who tearfully explained that they might be separated, though they'd still be able to see each other. Stitch overheard and, feeling guilty, quietly left and returned to the shelter. The next morning, the social worker and the director came to take Lilo away, only to discover she was gone. She had left early to find Stitch. At the shelter, she found him sad and ashamed, blaming himself for everything. Lilo comforted him, reminding him that everyone makes mistakes. Suddenly, the alien scientist appeared to capture Stitch. Thinking fast, Stitch used a device to create a looping portal, trapping the alien in an endless fall while he and Lilo escaped to Nanny's house. The alien eventually broke the loop and resumed the chase. Lilo and Stitch were hiding at home when the alien knocked on the door. As Lilo approached, Stitch pulled her away just in time. The alien destroyed the house looking for them. When he threatened to destroy Lilo's parents' room, she confronted him. The other alien scientist arrived, exposing Stitch for using Lilo for protection. Hurt, Stitch surrendered. He was taken to a spaceship. Nanny and the others arrived too late but caught the second alien, who was arrested by the CIA agent, revealed to be undercover. On the ship, the rogue scientist planned to erase Stitch's emotions by transforming him into Experiment 627. But Lilo had secretly boarded and searched for a way to save him. She pressed buttons until she freed Stitch. He fought back but was weakened by the device in his neck. Stitch triggered the ship's evacuation sequence, and the scientist was ejected into space. Meanwhile, Nanny, her boyfriend, and the CIA agent were on their way to the crash site. The ship went down, and as Stitch tried to save a photo of Lilo, it crashed. Nanny found Lilo and pulled her from the wreckage, but Stitch was left behind. Later, Nanny returned and found him. They tried to revive Stitch, but the defibrillator failed. Lilo, crying, connected Stitch to a car battery. Nothing happened, until Stitch finally came back to life, and Lilo hugged him tightly. Just then, the alien queen arrived with her army, ready to take Stitch away. He surprised everyone by speaking clearly for the first time, saying goodbye. Moved, Lilo begged the queen to let him stay. After thinking it over, she agreed. Stitch was no threat to Earth. The aliens left, and the family rejoiced. Thanks for watching. If you love animations and movies, don't forget to subscribe to Switch Recap for more mind-blowing recaps. See you next time.